both Metricool and now Buffer are having the same problem with these types of posts from Twitter, and it is the API's fault. They will not post. I have to go out of my way. I'll get a fucking email where it's like, your thing failed to post, and I'll be like, what the fuck? I wanted this to go up at, 10 in the morning. Why? And then I have to go and I have to put it up myself, and it makes me so angry. So I'm trying that now with Blue Sky, because Blue Sky, you can do that. So you can't, it seems like you can't do video right now through Buffer and Blue Sky, if that's something you're interested in at all, but you definitely can schedule posts on Blue Sky that way. There's no limit to hashtags, basically, as use as many as you want to, but also want to balance, because yeah, that makes you look like a fucking bot. Don't do that. I try to keep it at 5. If there's no limit, if I have room, maybe I'll do like 6, maybe 7, but probably not. Like 6 is an even number, and I like that. What else were you saying? Oh wait, that's all you said. I just want to repost stuff from my other places, but I don't want to like flood people. Scheduling is a good idea. I will say though, like, I feel like flooding people to some degree on there is not as taboo. Yeah, me too. Like, I've been, like, for example, I've started using very specific tags whenever I do my commission stuff, because there are lists for, there's one that's signal boost, art commissions and stuff like that. Like there are a number of them that you can see them. I can't remember which tab you have to go to, but like you can see a bunch of them. Like there's ones for furries and stuff like that. I try to use those when they're relevant, that I know of anyway. Vibe with a lot of the art circles, and there's just people can see posts unless you repost them. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I probably had, I know that it was simultaneous with a lot of people making the migration over, so I'm sure that accounts for a lot of it, but I was so excited, especially while everybody was there, because I was scared that in like 2 days everybody would just go back to Twitter. I was like, I have to take advantage of this now, and so I started posting a bunch of my old work from whatever, multiple times in one day. Like just doing that for several days. That was all that I did, and it was great. Like it was genuinely good. So I really don't think that that's an issue, but like if it really bothers you, then yeah, try scheduling them out. And yes, I do that. I have had a lot of success reposting my stuff regularly, multiple times. I will do it several times a day sometimes, and I feel a little bit bad sometimes, but I've like cooled it with some of those posts that I was doing that with. I have like newer material now, but like I think just even yesterday I reposted a handful of like my really early posts that don't have very many numbers, just because I can. And it gets engagement and people, but yeah, commenting on stuff is also good. So like if you want to boost people or whatever, definitely comment on stuff to help them out, and repost. Like at this point on this site, I'm not really sure. Zini, do you know, do likes do anything beyond like keep them in your likes for your own organization, kind of like what I would do on Tumblr, or like you do on Tumblr? That's what I do anyway. Oh, quote posting helps? They make number go up. That's all. I see. I need to break that habit, because I am a bit of a chronic liker sometimes. I'm working on it. I've definitely gotten better, but I definitely have found myself sometimes I don't want to, because I'm like, oh, I feel like I just posted a bunch of stuff, or I just retweeted a bunch of stuff, or oh, I don't want to take attention away from the thing that I just posted, which I don't think is necessarily invalid. But, you know, like if I see something where it's like a signal boost or somebody's trying to raise money for something especially, I will try to like actually share it instead of just liking it and doing nothing. Not bad. Oh, I see. Yeah, but compared to like sharing or commenting or quoting, they're not as great. Honestly, liking since day one. Tried to like as a mood, I fear as a vibe, a concept to me, liking a vibe. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. That's how it feels to me too. It's so funny though that like I need to rewire my brain again, because on Tumblr my bookmarks, quote unquote, are my likes. And that's how it's been for years. And then we got a bookmark feature. And I'm like, oh my god, I have bookmarks now. Yas. And so I went back onto Blue Sky and I'm like, I wish we had a bookmark. It's like, well, you technically could do like in ye old times and just look at your own likes for stuff. I completely forgot until having this conversation just now that I could be doing that. I still would like to keep them separate, maybe one day, but music is a little louder than my voice. Okay, that is probably because I'm sitting a little bit further away from my mic, but thank you for telling me. So I can turn it down a bit. Is that better? Ooh, you have a third-party client. Ooh. What is that called? Tokimeki.blue. Thank you for that. We are missing it again, boys. Tokimeki. Sweet. Oh, what a cute little logo. Yeah, of course. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've observed. Yeah, I really, really like that too, Zini. Honestly, I think the best advice is make sure you use those tags and really, truly try to group up with people and share their stuff. And, you know, there are like a number of times where there are people that I don't know, that I follow, that I look up to, or I have an interest in learning from them, and I'll see their work or whatever that they put up, and typically I would not comment. Like, I don't know what it is about fucking Twitter, I just feel annoying. Not always, but if it's like a total stranger, I just tend to not. And I don't know why, because like I like when people comment unless they're commenting something stupid, and I know that I'm usually not saying something stupid. Example, I fucking hate when like there will be a viral post and everybody is making the same meme at OP for like hundreds and hundreds of comments. Everybody is just parroting the same thing. And it's like, wow, I'm sure I've never heard that before. You're so funny. Oh my god. They're not tired of that, you know what I mean? Like that kind of shit. Or like people who don't read comments at all and will like ask OP like, what's this from or whatever, and they like don't read comments, or the fact that If you just looked below into the replies, you could see that they have given you the answer to your question. You know, things like that. I fucking hate stuff like that. I know that I'm not doing that because that's a pet peeve of mine. I'm usually, you know, complimenting a piece of art. I've really started trying to make a better effort at doing that. Because, controversial opinion, guys, but I think it's kind of cool to say positive things to your peers when you like what they're putting out. I know that's really, really wild. And then, you know, you can tell that people appreciate it. And I'm not just saying that to be like, oh, they'll notice you. I know they will, but even still, it's like by doing it, you're boosting them, which is supporting them. And you're saying something nice, which I'm sure makes them feel nice. And I like making people feel nice. Fuck this link, dude. Almost never have words to say, so I'm often comment with supportive emojis. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing you can do, absolutely. It helps all the same. But yeah, like, I definitely feel like you scratch your back, my back, I'll scratch yours kind of attitude goes pretty far on this website. So I've been trying to like retool my brain a bit to really hammer that in, and it's been working, and I'm having fun, and I am enjoying. I enjoy. It has definitely been a healing experience. And like I had said at the start, like, I know it's small, but I'm never going to poo-poo on like smaller numbers of anything because it still means a lot to me. But for an example, ever since I went on Blue Sky, I fairly recently launched Ko-fi, a Ko-fi shop, and also I reopened my Etsy, and I've started putting stuff on that again for the first time in years. And I had barely any activity on those from Twitter. I've already had, still not like a lot, but I have had way more follows on the Ko-fi, which means that people get updates when I put stuff in there, and that's good. I've gotten a ton of follows on there, and I've actually had more people download my stuff that's free, and I've had a couple more purchases, and even though those purchases are, you know, under $10, it all adds up. And again, it's like really cool to me because honestly, from my doing my research, there are so many people on Ko-fi that are putting out like really nice assets, even for free, like not even just paid stuff, even for free, and they have like no downloads. Like nobody has downloaded their stuff, and I'm like, are you just not advertising yourself? I think you're just not advertising yourself, because this shit's good. Have you guys seen this? You guys heard about this? Like, get into it. But yeah. Yes, I love that I don't have to censor words and I can put links in my fucking posts. Instead of having to be like, link below. Bleh. I mean, sometimes I still will if I run out of room because I feel like having the tags are just more important, but it's good. So much more chill as long as... Yeah, I've really not seen too much drama. Any of the stuff that I've seen that I didn't really want to see was simply politics related. And again, it wasn't bad, it's just kind of like, no girl, we're not doing that. This is the good place. Have you considered adding a haiku to all your posts? Haiku January. Is that a thing? Did you just make that up? Max, you just be saying shit. And no, probably not. I'm sorry. I don't like having to use my brain for things like that. Thank you. It's been difficult to find time to push myself on there, so I'm glad to know. You really do. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be so honest. It applies for anywhere. Like, it goes for anywhere. But I feel like your efforts are more worthwhile on Blue Sky because you're not having to play fucking Russian roulette with it nearly as much, and it definitely is more rewarding to incentivize reaching out to other people and talking. But yeah, you really just gotta push, and you gotta not be afraid of, like Zini said, especially. Zini, if they want to, and if you want to, you are free to say your name on there or link it or something. I don't mind. Honestly, I should VIP you. I didn't think about it. It's been a while since I've seen you in here. I don't remember what my settings are, but I feel like VIP people can send links or something like that. My Google SEO is strong. It's easy to find my stuff. I need to get better at that. See, part of my issue is like I refuse to give up some of my names. Like, okay, it's not a problem, I guess. Like, all of my usernames several years ago were my full name, and they were that because of comics, and I wanted my name to be known, and I needed to have my name known, and needed to have it there because Twitter was essentially my fucked up LinkedIn. And as soon as I could get away from that, I did, because, like, hello. Also, I have a very unique name. I am probably the only person with my full name in this planet. If there is not, I will be shocked if there are others with the exact name that I have. And so, you know, I was like, kind of want some privacy. That would be cool. That would be swell. And so when I was thinking of a new name, I don't even remember how I came up with it, but I mean, I don't know, it's kind of my brand, obviously, by now, but I came up with Twink Satan, and I was like, I love this. This is everything that I've always wanted in a username. I've always wanted something kind of edgy and goth, you know, and also it immediately tells everybody that I'm gay. Cool. It is perfect for me. Thank you. I'm so glad that everybody loves it like I do. And before I started VTubing, I originally I was thinking that because it kind of works synonymously with my character that I was planning, which is hi, hello, on the screen, I was thinking I was gonna go by Twink Satan, like, on Twitch. And then I realized everybody just addressed me as Twink, and I was like, fuck, like, that's funny, but also I either get Twink or Satan, and I don't really want either one. I want them to call me by my character's name, so I went ahead and I just did the Mephisto_CH like all the other VTubers, and I went with that instead of VT because I don't really like VT. I just don't like it, and I think it doesn't help that being that I have, at least for some part of my life, lived in Virginia for a while, there is a football team. I'm sorry, not a football team. A college. Technically, they have their football team too, but there is a college called Virginia Tech, and their logo as well as their acronym is VT. And it's just been ingrained in my brain since a child to see VT and think Virginia Tech now. So I don't want VT on my name. And also, I like CH. I like how the CH looks aesthetically more. And it's my channel, so I like it being Mephisto Channel more than VTuber. I don't know. But anyway, it's not my favorite. So... Mephisto Virginia? What are you talking about? Oh wait, no, Mephisto Virginia Tech. Yeah, that's what it would be. He's getting his degree. Yeah, so anywhere where I've been able to get away with keeping the name Twink Satan, I do. And now I've decided, because I was like, so before I realized exactly what I wanted to do, before I was like, I want to do freelancing for VTubers, I was like, I really, on my own, want to do graphic design that matters to me, with like anti-design and like all the different brutalist artwork stuff and things like that I like. The weird shit. Like, it's all a bunch of weird shit. It's not very portfolio friendly for corporate stuff though, but it's what I like. And so I was like, I'm gonna do that. That'll be my thing. And I came up with the name Infernal Designs, which I think is a fun play on words, and I like it. However, the issue is there are a number of other shops that have Infernal Design or something very similar, and they're all fucking dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. So they're all hanging on to, like, you know, they come up in the SEO. So it's just like, don't love that. I still like that name. I still want to use that for something because I think it's so cute. And it's still on brand for me, still. But originally that's what I was going to call my shop. I'm not going to do that because I want to be able to have it still very heavily associated with my VTuber. Instead, my shop is going to be called Twink Satan. Because you can Google Twink Satan and, like, my shit will still come up. Like, it'll still be me. And I've checked, for the most part. In fact, at least the last time I checked it was Sag. I'm sorry. It's like, it's a really good name, but there are too many other, like, gothy shops that are using something too similar for my comfort that I worry about, like, search engine bullshit. But it's still in my head. I still have the domain. Is it live? I should probably, like, before I tell you what the domain is, I should make sure I don't have anything that has any of my personal info on there. But I have a domain using it. Epic, yeah, that has my whole full ass name on it. Glad I didn't tell you the exact one, but I do have a domain for it. So I am still camping on that. And maybe I'll use it sometime as like a branch out. I'm not sure. But all I know is for now I'm going in hard on the VTubers, and I eventually want to be able to one of my goals is to reprint my Donut Moth merchandise, not all of it, but some of it that I have explicit permission to reprint. Mousepad, I'm looking at you. I will be doing that in the future, and I will be doing new stuff on my own. Now that I know that if I make shit, people will actually buy it. and it's not that scary. But for the most part right now, most of my shop stuff is like digital assets. Like, I might actually show you guys what I've been up to lately in a minute, because it's gonna take me some time before I can fucking post any of it. But I'm making my first pack of Stream Deck custom icons. There's gonna be at least 200 of them. There's a lot, so it's very tedious. It's taking me a while, but I'm also having fun. So I'm offering shit like that. So it's still in like the streaming realm. So I decided that it would probably be better off for me to do Twink Satan, just because it's still pretty synonymous with me, without having to name my store Mephisto_CH. That's disgusting. Disgusting. And also, I was able to fucking design myself a cool metal looking logo for it. So, I've already got that in the bag. Infernal Designs is a little more cluttered. But boy did I cook when I made that. Will from Hannibal, when he is showing off his graphic design portfolio, this is my design. That was horrible. And I'm positive I'm not the only person that has made that stupid joke. Fuck this goddamn link. Yeah, the one issue that I have with that, I know it'll mean, like, Infernal Designs, I know it would mean more to people who know what those fucking words mean. But it's like, I just know that the double entendre would be completely lost on a ton of people. They'll just be like, I know Infernal, that means fire. Right? That's hell, right? Oh, design, like graphic design, right? Not anything else. It stops there. And it's like, no. Man. Fucking people didn't know what Demir meant until a couple months ago. I'm sorry to be that guy, but open the schools. I'm concerned about these unschooled children. Not Demir. I'm so glad people stopped saying that. Like, I'm glad that besties all learned a new vocabulary word. But, oh my god. Not everybody learned. They learned a new, what's it fucking called? Echolalia? Did I say that right? Just the thing to say that everybody else is saying. Not having any kind of context or care for what it actually means. Making me angry. Irrationally mad at kids. Actually, not just kids, adults too. Jesus Christ. Word equal funny. I will use word to always be funny now. Exactly. Yeah, I don't even remember what it was, but I saw like a number of people who were saying that shit. And it's like, first of all, that was only funny because that person said it funny. That person has uniqueness, charm, and nerve that you don't have. I'm sorry, but you just saying the thing that they said that's funny does not equal funny. And you're attacking it onto things that do not apply because you don't know what the word demure means. And I have to bash your head into a wall now. Anyways, it's like your friend trying to reach out. Yes! Like they fuck up the timing. They don't get any of the inflection that you had correct. No expression. Whatever, etc. Doing these fucking chains is like one part annoying as hell and the other part weirdly like therapeutic. Oh shit. It can be relaxing. Repeating does not equal. Also, the dictionary isn't bad and evil. It's worth looking at. I am shocked by the amount of people who don't do that. Do you see why I like to do them by hand? No. I mean, okay, yes, kind of. I thought you meant like completely raw dogging it. Like, not using a brush. Because it's like, I can do that, but also I love myself and I respect my own time and sanity. I already went to art school. I don't need to prove anything. I know what I'm about, and I'm about saving my energy for other parts. And knowing that if I use a brush and then draw over it by hand, it will look infinitely better and not take me as long. And I still get to have the satisfaction of the fun part that I think you're referring to. I do that too, but it's fun when you have the time. Yeah, that's fair. I can't relate, but I feel that way about some stuff as well, so I get it. I get it in the abstract. Like, sometimes, depending on what I'm doing, I'll trace a flower, or, you know, people will use brushes sometimes for flowers. If I have the time and the energy, I love doing it by hand completely. I love drawing flowers. I draw, well, it's been a while, but I draw a lot of lilies and poppies. I think that's pretty much the only two that I would draw a lot. So it's like I feel like I can do them by memory now. I'm so bad at using tools at my disposal to make drawing less hard. You gotta do it. You deserve the hand-drawn chains. Teehee. I'm very excited for when that is finished. Oh wait, I forgot that I was gonna show you guys see, look, icon packs in my, oh, okay. Boy, I just love when things refresh. So here's one example. This is for phone icons, which is something else I want to eventually do. I 100% know how to do that. That is so easy to do that effect in Illustrator. It's how I've done, I haven't done enough with this style, but you can basically take vector objects in Illustrator and shapes and whatnot and just make them 3D. they just become faux 3D, and you can give them different texture. Because Adobe owns Substance Painter, you can use Substance Painter textures. So like, I could make these look like chrome metal if I wanted to. So there's like a lot of stuff like that that I really want to play with, because I just don't see people do it as much. It feels like an untapped fun market. Where's my goddamn... I wanted to show the other icons, but I think that kind of gives you the idea. Whoa! Oh, it's AI? Oh, man. Okay, listen. You can tell because the picture was taken, you would see a person or a camera in the mirror. Listen, Photoshop exists in this person's potential defense. Photoshop is a thing. But I can't confirm if it's AI or not, so maybe it is, but I think that's a stupid thing to say, because that is objectively wrong. That has been, just to bitch for a second, that has been such a pet peeve of mine lately. Anything remotely amiss or drawn wrong, it's AI. It's like, bitch, no it's not. Have you seen a sketch before? Have you used Photoshop in your life? Have you seen, I know, because we live on the same planet, that you have seen doctored Photoshopped images in your life before. Like, come on. Get a grip before I scream. I think I put it in here. This is where all my bullshit is. Look at all these. Don't those look so fun? I want to make wallpapers and shit like that, because I know how to do that. It's very easy. And it looks so yummy, you know what I mean? Like, it's all so squishy and, like, shiny. I like shiny. I know that's a surprise that I like shiny things. And you never would have guessed. Yeah, and so, like, I've seen people doing, like, bubble letters and stuff, and it's like, bitch, I can do that. Or, like, these sub-emotes, I was like, it's not the same, but, like, I was like, I could make Twitch icons in that way that are just straight up 3D. It could be cool. These look like they're hand-drawn, though. This maybe... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. These maybe might be 3D, but these right here pretty much look hand-drawn. There's an artist I follow on YouTube who has done some really helpful vids to teach people different things to look for and differentiate. That is doing the Lord's work, and I wish more people would pay attention to stuff like that. There definitely are some times, though, where, like, I've felt a little duped, because, like, it's scary, but, like, there have been a handful of times where people have been like, no, this is an AI thing because of this, and they're pointing out stuff that I'm like, oh, I didn't even see that, but you're right. But it's like, I'd rather feel duped than see people, like, shredding apart artists for literally nothing. Their own ignorance. Don't these look good? Wouldn't it be cool? Fuck. I want to make little things like this. Little plasticky candy things that you want to put your mouth on. But for icons. Do I not have any Stream Deck ones in here? I don't think I do. I think I might have them all on Etsy. I don't know, but I found another cool thing that I didn't know was a thing that I'm very interested in eventually making. So people apparently make these, like, aesthetic, like, folder icon desktop organizers where, like, oh my god, okay, where, like, like on the right behind me, that's the wallpaper, and then like the little like boxes that have like the labels on them are a part of the wallpaper, and then you stick stuff inside of it. And so like all of the little icons here are custom shortcuts. And I'd never seen that before, and I was just like, that is so fucking cute. I want to make stuff like that. Like this. Oh, please. I don't really know what I'm looking at. Like, oh wait, this is somebody's phone. Huh. I don't know, I like it. Just inspiration image. Get. Can I please go? Oh my god. They have fucked the Pinterest app so bad. It's so annoying. Yeah, like these custom little phone things to put your little widgets in and stuff. Very cool. I want to make. What will I make? I don't know. But actually, that's wrong. I do kind of know. I've been getting on my Etsy the most searches and traffic on my scene related stuff that I made, like my emo scene stuff. So I'm like, well, that's my sign. I gotta make more, and that'll be so much fun for me. And it's not something that I'm making like soullessly, like I care about it. Also, look at these. I want to make these. I don't know what it is. I don't understand K-pop culture stuff, but apparently, like these that are on the left here, they're these things that people make with like people's names, and I don't know what they're for, but I love how they look, and I know how I could replicate something like that. So I'm just like, I'm gonna try and make something that looks like that. Some kind of sticker or something. Oh yeah, if I haven't mentioned it to the people who don't know, I'm planning on making a lot of stickers, and I'm starting with Tamagotchi stuff. Yeah, I'm hungry and I haven't had lunch or dinner, so I think I'm gonna like call it here, but I'm going to show you guys some stuff first. Let me just save. Yeah, I gotta fucking eat. I'm hungry. Don't worry, I'm gonna eat. I have a yummy salad that I need to eat that is gonna expire soon if I don't eat it. Okay, let me turn. Where is this? I guess we're not watching any Curtis after all today, but that's okay. There will be other days. Oh yeah, we have an ad in about 3 minutes. Let's see. Let me open Photoshop. Well, do I need to open Photoshop for this? No, I don't. I can get my folders instead, actually. It won't take as long. Oh my god, I forgot. I have Rennie art to share. Rennie made me fan art. That's really awesome. I just got it yesterday. Let me open... Where is my goddamn folder for my Frutiger Arrow shit that I'm making? Okay, there's the Stream Deck stuff. Where is it? Am I just blind? I know I've got too much stuff on my desktop, but like, damn. basically, I'm doing that, and then I'm making a stream overlay pack with different tiers. So some of it's free, some of it costs money, and some of it costs more money because then you get everything and then some. But it's gonna be a bigger stream pack that is Windows Vista Aero / Frutiger Aero aesthetic based, because I think it's cool, and I've not really seen anybody do anything like that for streaming stuff. Like, everybody's always like, this is some Sakura pink stuff and stars and the sky and Japanese stuff and goth stuff or whatever. Hell, even like what I was doing with like the emo stuff, like that stuff is even more popular, but it's like I feel like I know that people like it. I'm just not seeing it. So, where is my folder? Dude? What the fuck? Did I put it in VGen? Is it on my external? What am I doing? Where's my shop? Oh wait, over here. Okay, well, I did need to get in here actually because I forgot that my Tamagotchi stuff is in here. Dude, I might be going a little crazy. Where did I put it? What's the path? Oh, didn't find it, but I found the folder. Oh, it is on my fucking desktop, but it's like through OneDrive? The fuck? Okay. Alright, give me a second. Illustrator is waking up. Madness counter increasing. No, for real. Okay, Illustrator, you gotta get it together. We gotta wrap this up. Come on. Okay, so I have to put on my fucking... I don't care. Shut up. Stop yelling at me. Stop it. Go away. I don't care. Give me back to my Tamagotchis, you fucking idiot. Ignore. Dog. Okay. Where's my display capture? There it is. Hi. I'm gonna make stickers of these little freaks. You see how they're like 3D and they look like they're made out of like plastic? Right? I love how they came out. I think I might make these two stickers first on their own. But I have like a bunch that I haven't started yet that I've got my sketches of. And there's glomp from when I was making my glomp picture in here, but I kind of stopped because like a handful of them like these, I was experimenting with like how to make them look, because like I wasn't super like I like how I drew her, but Oh, come on. Control Z. Jesus. But I don't like that she looks just kind of like a balloon. Like, I was having issues getting her little ears to like stick properly, and I need to basically like tweak it. Oh, I don't like this, how that looks. It's kind of fucked up, but. And then I was having issues with his mouth, because he's got lips like this, but I don't actually know why it was harder for me. I think because it's harder for the other one because like these overlap with each other, so it's easier to make, but these are just kind of up against each other. I'm probably gonna redo the Mamechi too, but you get the idea. But yeah, I want to make more stuff like this, and I want to make them into little stickers, like real stickers that you can buy. Will anybody but me care? I don't know, but I'm gonna make them. And then here is my just chatting screen overlay for whatever retro-y Frutiger Arrow Windows Vista freaks are out there. And then I've got a gaming one to go with it. And then I've got that in a different ratio, but it's the same thing, just a smaller ratio. And here's what Rennie made. Look what Rennie made. Look at it. Ooh. Yeah. My first fan art with the scythe, I think. So that's exciting, but I love it. Yeah. And oh yeah, okay. Here are my icons that I'm making for Stream Deck. And I have a lot of them to make still. So it's taking me some time, but you can see them. Okay, I'm not zooming in on every single one, but you get the idea. These are proving a little more difficult than I thought they would be, because I know enough about color. I understand the difference with like color profiles and RGB, and that screen versus like the light behind the screen and how it appears to your eyes and stuff change. But I was having issues doing a different set, getting it to look like it did on the computer screen on my Stream Deck. So like, they're slightly different on my Stream Deck, but I went ahead with this rainbow because not only is it pretty, but I feel like it's like more accurately represented on my Stream Deck as I was testing them. But yeah, I'm gonna sell a big fat pack of these. I don't remember how many I've got, but there's gonna at least be 200. So, I think that's it that I have to share. I don't know, did I have anything else? It's a fucking garbo color profiles. Dude, I've always liked color. Like, that's actually how I very quickly, when I was in art school, I was just like, oh wait, this makes perfect sense, because when I was a teenager fucking around on fucking around on DeviantArt, I loved doing collabs with people where they drew something and I would color it. Like, since I can remember, I've always been rushing through art to get to the part where I can color. I gotta go eat dinner. Yeah, of course. Have a good, yummy dinner. And thank you for staying for whoever I raid into. I still don't know what I'm gonna do yet with that. But yeah, so it's like I've always since I can remember, for whatever reason, I've just liked color. And then when I went to art school and stuff, you know, I got like more formal training on like what means what and how to use it when. And I had a class where we had to do coloring for comics, and it was fucking Jover. Like, as soon as I did that, that was like the highest grade I had gotten in any of my classes up until that point. The highest. And I loved it so much. And it was crazy to me because like all my peers around me fucking hated it. They were all just like, I hate color, I just want to go back to black and white. And I was just like, wow, less competition for me. Can't relate. I'm gonna be over here dicking around in Photoshop. And so that's how I ended up getting into comic colors, and frankly, I loved doing it. It's too bad it takes so long with insane deadlines, and I could go off forever about it, and I won't, because I'm tired of talking about it right now. Yeah, so like, I've always liked color, and then I had to learn even more about color. So like, with all of that stuff, and then with like printing, I had to learn the differences between like CMYK and RGB. And then with my last job, I really had to learn color and how color changes on different materials, because you can't use the same profile that you use on like a glossy print that you use on a vinyl sticker or fabric. Like, you can't do all of it. I hate how Clip Studio handles that stuff. It's such a mess. I wish they would fix it. I don't rely on it at all. Like, if I'm gonna print something, in the end, I end up having to bring it into Photoshop. Because it's like, I'm paying for the stupid thing. I might as well get the most out of it. Since I'm paying for Adobe's Dick Smasher every month. And you might say, why don't you do a yarhar fiddly dee about it? And I say, you are correct in thinking that way, and that would be ethical of you. However, I don't want to deal with all the complications of having to do that, and I get legal access to commercially use the majority of my fonts with their typekit, which I will never go to bat for Adobe and their practices, and they are being sued, and they should be, and I hope they lose. However, I will say that for my purposes, the price tag makes more sense. It makes more sense for me to have to pay almost $60 fucking a month because I use like 5 of their programs at a minimum, and font licenses are no joke. Font licenses to use commercially cost a lot. That shit adds up. So the fact that I have free access, well, quote unquote free, I have commercial access to their vast library of fonts, that's low-key more than worth it to me. Whereas for other people, it makes no sense. Adobe is genuinely awful, but people don't realize the reason. That's why I bring it up. I bring it up every time, because it's like, yeah, they are crooks and you shouldn't trust them. However, some of the reasons why they do some stuff does make sense. It just doesn't make sense for you. And you're being forced into an unfair method that pretty much says, do you want one app for $20 a month and nothing else? Or do you want all of them and all this other stuff that you don't need? It makes no sense to have to, there should be some kind of, it should be way more customizable than it is. It should be tiered. But they know that they're locking the graphic designers like me that need Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign at a minimum. They know that we're gonna need those, and we can't just buy one. So, you know, you got to milk them for everything. Shady shit. Like for some people, there really is only one choice. Yeah, it just makes me crazy. Just because, like, I think part of why it makes me crazy is because people don't really look into some of those reasons. Because I don't know. It's like, whoa, I put my hand in front of my face and it fucked up my tracking. I don't trust companies. You shouldn't trust companies. However, not everything is done for a nefarious purpose, and I just wish that people could meet the middle ground of at least trying to understand why some things are done, because not all of them are bad. Like, we can agree that Adobe is fucked up, and I wish that they didn't have such I genuinely love their software. They make lots of stupid decisions with their software here and there, but I love them, and they're amazing at what they do. I think we can all agree that you can say and think that while also wanting them to kind of fail because they've Mickey Moused it. You know, it's like, I like Disney movies, but I don't like Disney. Majored in photography, and it was my focus for a long time. Really, that's what I'm saying. Thank you for fucking saying that. That's what makes me crazy, because people will be like, oh, you don't need that. Here's this list of all of these other things that are completely free. And it's like, yes, there's a lot of very good stuff on there. Like DaVinci Resolve, from what I understand, is very good for a free art alternative. However, you can't do motion graphics in DaVinci Resolve. I need After Effects. Like, there is no good alternative. Sony Vegas and Resolve, I just can't. And guess what? I'm apparently in the minority here. I love After Effects. I fucking love it. It's an awesome, powerful program, and it has a very steep learning curve, and sometimes some things in it don't make sense, but it's incredible, and I love it. I love After Effects. Sometimes things that are expensive are okay. Yeah. But the thing I was going to say is, like, people will shove that stuff at you and assume, like, I think it's because an overwhelming amount of people that are just, like, artists for, like, hobby or not their living, or, you know, they don't really need, all they really need is a paint program. Like, what they really need is Clip Studio Paint, you know? And so they'll be like, oh yeah, you don't have to get all that stuff. You can just use these things instead. And it's like, no, no, you can't. If you're just using Photoshop to do art, yeah, get an art program. Unless there's something super specific in there that you just don't want to stop, or you don't want to break your workflow, okay. Like, get Clip Studio Paint. Set yourself free. It's fucking awesome. But, like, you can't come up to me and be like, oh, just get Affinity Designer. I have it. I'm sorry, it's not that good. You can do some cool stuff in it. It is a great alternative for some stuff. And I have tried their Illustrator as well, and I've played around in their InDesign. They don't compare. I'm sorry, they just don't. There is no fair competitor to their products for a good number of things that I need to make a living. Like, and it just makes me crazy because people are just like, oh, you know, fuck them. And it's like, yeah, but also wanted to try Kryta for more drawing. I haven't used Kryta in over a decade, but it definitely had some cool stuff when I touched it. I've heard that now you can do animation. All I remember though is I remember having a lot of cool stuff and being overwhelmed by the UI because I didn't like it. It was like very confusing to me. But I've heard that it's good. I just I didn't want to fuck with it. Like I kind of had the decision of, you know what? I don't need to learn every art program. Yeah, I didn't like that stuff, exactly. This week my course was talking about, no, not GIMP. Oh my god. GIMP has not been a good alternative for like 20 years. Like, girl, just open a browser and get Photopea. Like, you can get not Photoshop for free instead, and you'll get more out of that than GIMP. Like, Jesus, who's using that shit in 2024? Almost 2025. The dinosaurs? Jesus. Man, I remember when I used to use GIMP. Yeah. I think GIMP, I think it might have actually been the very first, okay, the very first art software for like photo editing that I used for art was some Kodak thing that I had that was explicitly only for photos, and I would use it to, because I didn't have a scanner at the time. Because I didn't have a scanner, I would take photos of my art and then I would put it in the Kodak thing, and then I would use one of the filters that's in that program to like give it the quote-unquote like cartoon line art thing. And so I would get basically a rough sketch of what I did, and then I would take my fucking mouse into Microsoft Paint and I would quote-unquote ink it, and I would ink it by, I didn't have any control with my mouse, so what I would do instead was I would use the line tool, and I would just very slowly go tick, 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 to make my line art. Every little click, 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 click. And then I would fill it in, and then I would do like cell shading the same way. I wish I had, hang on. I know that I said I was gonna go eat, but I may have an exact example of what I'm talking about on my computer. It is very possible. I can't pass up a potential opportunity to show my old ass art. The forever stream that lasts forever. No. Paint.net. Paint.net is one that a friend of mine who does like really good art has used for a long time, and I remember for whatever reason I was having trouble downloading it. Again, this is a long time ago, but I never was able to download it to try it out. But yeah, so like I used that, and then I think I got GIMP because somebody mentioned it on DeviantArt. And I think by the time I had that, I'm pretty sure I had a scanner. So I could scan. I love the determination we all had. I know. Windows 11 has AI. Oh my god. That's something I'm not excited about, because it's like I'm gonna need to get like a serious computer. I'm gonna cause a little pain by confessing this, probably, but I do everything on a laptop. It is a very souped up laptop, but it is still a laptop. And I need a rig in the future. I have a laptop because it's what I could afford, at the time. But I realized that like whenever I do that, I'm gonna have to deal with Windows 11, and I'll probably get used to it, but deep load everything. I'll probably have to hit you up on that whenever the hell I get a new computer. Oh, you got to see Hoda. Jiggly baby. I hope she is doing good. Good kibby. Okay, I don't have as quick access as I thought I did to what I thought I might, so maybe some other day I can find the mouse drawing of Goku that I did in Microsoft Paint. But yeah, so like I used GIMP for a little while, and I don't remember how long I used it, and then I got a tablet eventually. And around the time that I got a tablet, I don't know where, it must have been from DeviantArt, because I was very active on DeviantArt. But that's when I got into Open Canvas, and that was my shit for a long time. I'm actually surprised that it's still around. Like, I don't hear anybody talk about it, but it's still kicking. I feel like it became way less relevant once Paint Tool Sci became a thing, because it was the thing for the longest time that everybody used for like nicer, crisper line art than Photoshop. So like people would use it mostly to ink their artwork, and then they would go and they would finish it in Photoshop. But because I didn't have Photoshop, I would just use Open Canvas. So like I taught myself how to use it thoroughly, and that was like my program for a very fucking long time. So it's like GIMP was barely even relevant to me or anybody else that I could think of. And that was back in the early 2000s. Like, I'm talking like maybe 2005. This bitch over here being like, yeah, GIMP an alternative to Photoshop. Sci was pretty good. There was something about it though that never really like completely jived with me, and maybe it's because the mixing of like the paint was always good, but it almost always felt too slippery. And I'm sure that probably was just me not knowing how to like fix and adjust the brushes. That doggy mascot for GIMP promises only lies and falsehood and misery. You're so right. That's why he's looking at you with those big old eyes. Yeah. Psy, I used Psy for a good while, but I had issues with that too because I was pirating it, and I don't know what was with my copy, but like I didn't have access to a lot of the like really nice brushes that are supposed to be in there for a while, and that sucked. So I was kind of limited. But yeah, Psy is like good, but also didn't ever really super match with me. And then I got a little program called Manga Studio. And I had that for a little while, and then I barely used it because back then it was like black and white only, and then they brought out Manga Studio 5, and that's when everything changed, and I was like, this is the best shit I've ever used. Yeah, it was only for manga. And then in 5, they were like, hey, guess what? You can paint in here now with color. And it was fucking awesome. And then they fucking called it Clip Studio Paint, and then they added even more cool shit, and they just kept making it better and better and better. Eye opener for what I could do with art pose. Oh my god. I will never go back. Ever. I know I'm unemployed technically because I'm not making enough full-time yet, but dude, I don't care. I absolutely will continue to pay my iPad sub for like $25 a year for that. I get why people don't like subscriptions. I don't really love subscriptions, but I want that company to keep getting money. I want them to keep in business because the amount of shit that they provide is awesome and like literally has been game changing. Like ever since I started using their asset store, like I have just been better at everything. Yeah, people were like, I know there are still people that are like, oh, well, I don't want to use them because they blah, blah, blah about AI. And it's like, I know where you're coming from. I know. But you also have to understand that it's a big buzzword right now. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's an okay thing to do. But like, sometimes for businesses, business is just business, and that might not necessarily be what they want to stick with. They're just trying to stay relevant. I don't know. Just there are a lot of reasons for different things, and sometimes you gotta shake hands with the devil a little bit to keep putting out good work. Like, we can't ethically, there is no ethical the thing. Capitalism bad, you know the thing. Don't you know? Been debating eating the cost. Dude, I couldn't fucking do it anymore. Procreate is a wonderful program for what you pay for. It is not a professional grade program, and it is so limiting. I couldn't do it anymore. I was frustrated all the time because I truly felt like my art was, there was a period where like my art was better, but I got to a point in working in Procreate, especially after switching to Clip Studio Paint again, because I needed Clip Studio to around a specific time. I was doing comic color flats again, which you cannot do in Procreate because it has like file limits. So I just couldn't even open anything, even if I wanted to. Yeah, you sometimes will have like either a file size limit, or depending on how big it is, sometimes it will cut down on your layers. Like there becomes a limit, like you can only use so many layers sometimes. Like if I make something really big, I have to use like 6 layers or something. It's another reason why people are always like, if you're making a Live2D model, don't fucking try and do it in Procreate if you don't have to, because you could make your life so much easier, and also any artist's life easier. Yeah, and guess what? It's been around all this time. Still doesn't have a functioning gradient tool. Only recently got gradient maps, but that's really not the same thing. It's very baffling that it's had animation like flipbook properties, but still doesn't have those things. And I know this because I still use it sometimes, because I like using it to shit out real quick like ideas and thumbnails and stuff. Why did I say that like that? Thumbnails. I still open it up, so I kind of keep on top of what like changes. You can fucking paint textures in there on 3D objects, but you can't use a gradient tool or have like an intuitive good lasso system that doesn't suck ass. Anyway, Ro If you're ever able to eat the cost, I highly recommend it, because like I was about to say, when I went back and was like using Clip Studio again, because I had time, like I had it for comic stuff, I realized how much it was holding back my art capabilities, where I had like hit a ceiling, basically, where I was just like, this is actively decapping me now, and I can't take it anymore. Like, I need to be able to do other shit. This is just limiting me far too much. Or like, I'm putting way too much effort into something that shouldn't be this much effort, and if I had a better, more vast program, wouldn't be a problem. CSP on the iPad is so good. And yeah, I have old CSP on my computer, but like, I'm not gonna upgrade it, because if I was to upgrade it, I'd have to pay for that monthly on there, and I've already got it on my laptop. My iPad. Yeah. And I can't go back to a Wacom tablet ever. So dreamy. Ooh. Yes, I love it. See, like, I have a little, whenever I'm doing art here at my computer. Oh, I don't necessarily hate my Wacom, but like, I'm not endeared to it now that I have better technology and I can draw on a surface. It's like, oh wait, this is better now, and I have no idea how I functioned in the past. Like, anytime I've had to break it out to like do crazy selections or something, and like for something graphic design, which I barely do anymore, I'll pick it up and it's like I've never held a pen before. Just be like, what am I doing? How did I do this for years? Yes, I am married to my Apple Pencil. Not gonna lie. My Apple Pencil 2 is everything. It's fucking amazing. Is Apple evil? Yes. Do I still like their products? Oh my god, yes. Unfortunately. Okay, not unfortunately. I don't know. Sorry, I like my iPhone. Sue me. I love my iPad. I don't like Android. Sorry. I have had an Android phone. I didn't enjoy it. Not for me. I have 2 copies of CSP. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Good things can be made by bad companies. I'm so glad we are in agreement. Too many people on the old blue website don't understand that. And I much prefer tempered glass. That's what I've heard. But like, that's not a problem I've ever had. I like the glidey smoothness. Like, I don't like putting a thingamajig on it. But anyway, what I was gonna say before I wrap this up, holy shit, because I need to eat, holy shit. I have like a little portable stand for my iPad that I crazy love. It's adjustable, like it's like metal, but it's not too heavy. So it's like if I click it, like you'll probably hear me like that. I can do that to make it go like higher or lower angle. And so it's really nice for like drawing on the couch with it on your lap. It's so fucking nice. And it's like, yeah, I could just do that without it, but like it's nicer. And then I have it on my desk when I'm at my desk. So I love versatility. So good. Okay. I'm gonna find somebody to raid. Good talk, though. I always love talking and yapping about art and design. And yeah, Procreate. Why are you guys making so many of the decisions that you guys are making, girl? I don't understand. Make it make sense. Go, yeah, you're gonna make Procreate Dreams now, but you're not gonna make your program be able to handle like more anything? Okay, there's way less people online than I thought there was gonna be, and I remembered what day it is, and that's probably why. Ooh, Hell is doing cursed Airbnbs and web fishing, and I don't remember the last time I was able to raid her. I raid Spats quite a bit. She is also online, but I think I'm going to make sure that she's still going here. And ooh, oh my god, there are transformers on the wall. All right. What should we make the raid phrase? What are we doing? I was playing lots of Pokemon card. Oh my god, I need to check my... I got so excited to check Pokemon TCG that I almost shut off my tracking. Oh, that's a big Optimus Prime. Okay, fuck. Let's see. Oh. Wait. Oh, okay, she just got raided by somebody else. Okay, I wanted to make sure that she wasn't, ending. Okay, raid phrase is gonna be "fuck you, Misty," because she kept pissing me off, and I don't want to say "fuck you, Lapras," because I don't want anybody to make any jokes about fucking Pokemon. Also, Misty, just OP card, dude. Okay, I have no idea when I'm gonna stream next. I have been really going to town in the zone, trying to get my shit together, and I will continue to do this. But I'm excited. I'm very excited about a lot of the stuff that I'm making that I got to show you guys. Here is to hoping that I can make this stuff my living in 2025. Because I have a lot of credit card debt, and I'd love to be able to move out. We're not even talking about my student loans. I'd like to be able to pay my mother so I'm not a burden as long as I am here, because I am welcome here, but I do not like being here for free. Ah! That's not true. I actually do things around the house, but still. Okay. You guys need to see this fucking Optimus Prime room. Let's get the fuck in there. But yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna stream next. No RAR XD stream this month, because I fucking said so. I said, Dada need a break. I need a fucking break. And Fortune also deserves a break. But we're getting ready for Christmas. Also, I need to get our Secret Santa set up this week, I think. But yeah, so we're gonna have a Christmas party middle-ish of the month. We're gonna try not to have it Christmas week, obviously. Invalid username. Okay. Oh my god, I put an @ sign next to it. That's why. I've got blue sky brain. So yeah. No VR chat this month. I have been into... Oh shit, it's Timon and Pumbaa now. I have been in talks with RAR members about possibly doing a nice chill-ish. I mean, you get a bunch of us in there and it's gonna get a little crazy, but overall chill. Want to do a web fishing stream with a bunch of them in the future, probably next year. I think that would be fun. Yeah, I'll see you guys around. If you don't have me on Blue Sky, fucking put me on Blue Sky. And find RAR on Blue Sky, because I've fucking had it with Twitter and their API, and one of the only ways that I'm able to manage both accounts is because I could schedule stuff, and now I can't. So fuck you, Twitter. Literally. Okay, bye.